So you're almost there, you know what to add to your SEO page, but let me give you a few tricks to make sure that you add it correctly and you actually rank them. It's really important that you add as many titles as possible, of course, in a way that it makes sense for the user and in different hierarchies. So for example, we have the H1, always one H1, and we have the name of the product in this case. And then we have different titles, H2s, separated into different sections. So some of them are more information about the product, others are FAQs, and even the elements that don't have text can have a title. For example, the videos, we can add videos of, and then the product name. This way, we add in more titles, adding the keyword more times in a helpful way. It's not just repeating it, and it will send signals to Google that this page is about that product and rank it. One thing that is really important, and it's quite advanced, and it will be relevant only if you have a lot of products. But most e-commerce are like this, so it's probably relevant for you, is to try to write as little words as possible while still keeping a balance where you're being helpful and there's enough text that there's not just like 200 words or something like that. So it's hard to give you a recommendation, but with my clients, depending if it's a typical product e-commerce page, we probably might just have 500 to 800 words. And as you can see here in each section, we actually add how many words we're gonna add. So we keep control of this and we don't let the writer just write super long titles or for specific FAQs write answers that are too long, because the less words you add, the more resources you save. So the more words you can write for other product pages. This might not be relevant for you if you're the owner of the business, because it's just your time, the resources. But for my clients, I have different plans, and you can see in each of the plans, we write more SEO pages, and to write those SEO pages, we have more words. So for example, here, we will use a lot, like 60,000 words or whatever. So if a product page has less words, we can write more product pages with the same amount of words. Two things that are absolutely crucial is the first one, the pagination. As I said in the chapter before, product pages have to be internally linked. But many times they'll be internally linked from a category that lists all the products. So you have the homepage right here, and you can reach that category page. This is a huge enterprise client. You can see it's really crazy. So you see, for example, tumblers, those types of products. And in this case, we created a category page, not a product page, because Google told us, you see. You already learned that in chapter 1. But then in here, we have a lot of products, and each of these is trying to rank in Google. But you can see you cannot add all the products that you have here, especially if you have a big e-commerce. So for that, you need to add pagination, which really quickly, I strongly recommend to add pagination with numbers and not the infinite page pagination that you scroll and more products appear. I know it looks nicer, but unfortunately, Google deals with this kind of pagination way better than the infinite one. So this pagination is essentially, you click, you go to page 2, and it has a URL that Google can